What's up, y'all? Pretty excited to be headed out to Star Wars Celebration. So is my boy Kilo. What's up, boy? Oh, get out of the way. And first project I'm going to be doing at a Mini is hooking up and customizing this pod racing helmet into a Tatooine tanker, which is like a dude who pretty much finds a bunch of stuffs out on Tatooine, like tanks and helmets and guns and all that, and hooks it up. So instead of BSing y'all, I'm going to get to the project. This is what we're going to be using. So I just scrounged around the house, really. Found some paintbrushes, found a couple of paint markers. I got this flat black Max, which is pretty much my plan. And then I got some acrylic gesso that I got hanging around. And of course I'm about to drink this Mountain Dew to make it happen. First step, just gonna be a little preparation. It's got all this cloth in here. So I'm gonna put everything on the inside and stuff that cloth in. Where it covers up pretty much everything. I ain't trying to paint whenever I drop all this matte black on there. Simple enough. Stuff it in there, and then I found like this little box that it looks like it's gonna fit on. Boom. Just like that. We can get into painting. Just do a little tuck in here. It's all good. Alright, now what I'm going to do is get a real light coat on this, and I'm going to watch out not to mess my shoes up, not to breathe too much in. First coat though should just be chill, like light, just to get it on there, not to like dump it all on. Get you a little bit of texture on there first. That way when you get to painting it solid, there's going to be a fair amount of texture for it to catch on to. While that top coat's drying, I'll let y'all check out the custom saber that's going with it. I ain't got no tutorial for it because I did it a couple years ago. That's the piece that's going with it. It's the sewer pipe, just with a few additives. Alligator grip, because you know I grip grain. Crystal insides hanging from the tip. All that jazz, you know. Oh, steampunk bottoms, of course. Maybe I'll make another one day, but stay tuned for that. This will be the one that goes with the Tatooine tanker. Once that top coat is dry, then you can hit all the heavy details and like make sure you get a solid saturation over the helmet. And the solid paint's gonna stick a lot better to that light coat of paint we already threw down on there. So let's get it. Boom, fire, fire. Clean, pristine. It'll flatten and matten up here a bit as it all dries down, but that's the look we're going for right there. Nice and flat black. Now it's time to add all the details. Now that the paint's dry, about to paint all the metallic pieces up in here like a flat gray, like a Star Wars gray. I'm using testers. It's good for plastic and good for getting loose. This stuff up in there. Boom. Then once all this is kind of painted in gray, I want to give it that tattooing look, so I'm going to use a few areas of that gray and rough up some spots, give it a little bit of that damage. You can look for any like drips or seams where it would wear down a lot. All through there. Anywhere where areas kind of touch, or maybe it took a razor, maybe it took a laser. Shit, maybe it took a razor laser. You never know. So that's the gray. That's kind of like the worn away metal underneath. You can see I did most of the rivets, like it's been put back together a few times. Same thing on this side. So you can see that just kind of gives it that Tatooine broke look. You know, you gotta be broke when you're on Tatooine. Once all that battle damage and gray is dried out, that's when you add the white details. For this one, I've come up with the new, we're gonna unveil the brand new Rogue Leader logo here in just a moment. Voila. So, that new Rogue Leader logo, it's pretty simple. Start off with your negative triangle. Boom. Little semicircle coming off of it. And remember, for this one, we're trying to make it look like pirate style, you know? So don't be making a stencil and cheating and trying to make it all clean. Like, whip out that hand like you live on Tatooine and you're part of a underground rebel alliance that has to protect itself. And after the death of Jabba, when everybody could like start raiding Tatooine, so you know, you found a tank, a droid tank from a post-war that you've learned how to operate. And you started your own rogue syndicate of Tatooiners that want to protect themselves. So it's a partial rebel symbol, partial negative triangle, because that's how Rogue Leader rolls. And then of course, you ain't no pirate unless you got cross sabers. So what we did is just long line and a short line. Where you at on that? Pirate style, baby. Of course, get in there and thicken up that white. I mean, you're broke, but you got a little bit of white you can toss up on there. But you still want it to look hand done, you know. Handmade. Don't be busting out your stencils and your all that crap. Throw down, boom. One side, boom. The other side, boom. Boom, boom, pirate style. And here on the back side, gonna put a bunch of TIE fighter emblems, like we had shot down a bunch of TIE fighters. It's probably gonna be something real simple too. All these are going to represent all the ones we shot down. Boom, so there it is. Dropped on those TIE fighters back there. Get them kill counts on. Battle damage look good. Pirate logos look good. Now there's just one last thing to add up front just to make it official. That universal sign for those credits so everybody knows that you're for hire. Because, you know, Tatooine, it's a smuggling world all about that paper. Let's try it on. Boom, just like that, we in business. Kind of look like bubbles. There it is. Tatooine tanker. See it in person this year. Star Wars Celebration. See you there.